Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to MessyMissy Creates. I'm working on my Craft-a-Lanche day, and I'm trying to figure out how to put all these pictures on. But I went to go get a new glue stick, and this is how, if you buy them off my link, well, I bought these off Amazon, and I have the link in the description. So whether you buy it off my link or not, it's going to come in a pack like this. It had 6 in it. And I can't remember how much they were. But anyway, so I'm down to, there was one more stick, but I wanted the box. Because I have an idea. I have, you remember all my chicken sticky notes? Well, I got to rein in my little notepads. And apparently I like hot pink and hot orange sticky notes because I bought 2 more and apparently I already had some. So now I have more. I was looking for the other 1, 2, 3, 4. There was more of these, and then I have this basket that keeps turning over that has my procrastination in progress, which I should be using more than I'm using. These are not going to fit in there. Actually, they might, not quite. I have a basket that holds my notepads. No, let me rephrase that. I have a basket that I use to hold my notepads. It just does not hold all of my notepads because I have more notepads than will fit in the thing. This was a notepad that I got. I think that's too big for that too. Unless I could peel, I can. Because I don't need that little calendar. My intention was to put this on the front of every journal that I did. You know, whatever. You know how we have plans, right? But anyway, so far that plan's working. I have some small notepads that can go in the front. But anyway, now where on my desk it's going to go is another story. But, and I know that I still have some more chicken notepads. I just don't know where they are at the moment. There's a lot of things that I'm not sure where they got put after the Craft-a-Lanche. But anyway, so I reined these in, and now they can sit. At least they're not going to fall over on my desk. Okay. So there was that little Betty Crocker tip for the day, or Martha Stewart, maybe that's more fitting. Okay, so this day started off well. I started off listing, I don't know where my notes are. Ruh-roh. Oh, here they are. I started off listing my, this is the 25th. Yeah, I started off listing my paper clips on Etsy. And it's Thursday the 25th. I want to figure out all of these pictures I could put on this page, but they need to be, they kind of blend in. It's kind of a dark background, and some of these pictures are dark, and so on and so forth. So, and then I was thinking I need, even though I could write on this, this is a very textured coffee dyed paper. I was kind of thinking that I would either put in a belly band and a large, let me move my water bottle. I pre-inked a page before I started. I was thinking I could put a belly band and then a large tag and put some of the pictures on it. Or then I came up, or a pocket with a smaller tag. These are the tags that I had made to go with this month. This brings in the teal. Well, so does that. But anyway, for this side, I thought about, I have these little 2-inch strips of paper. I've been making tabs out of them and stuff. So, but I thought I could make the belly band over here, but not just to have a belly band, but also to back. I could put my strips, I could put my pictures on it. I have 3 that go that way. Or do I? I thought I did. I thought this one went this way. It could go that way. It doesn't. It goes that way. Darn it. Let's see. What if I put that one in the middle? Does that look bad? I thought I had this figured out. Then I have this one that I printed out because Eeyore got smushed. If you haven't heard the story, I was trying to get something up off. My husband put this nice 8-foot shelf up that holds a bunch of things, and then 3 more shelves on the 8-foot shelf is on this wall. The 3-foot shelves are on this wall. And I was up on a ladder trying to get a paper punch out of this crate that I have up there. I have all my journals up there. I have a glass jar of beads. Luckily, it didn't break. I have like some old sewing boxes that have all kinds of stuff in them. I have ink sprays. And then on the 3 shelves, I had like those photo boxes. They're like a shoebox size. And in them were different adhesives, brads, buttons, beads, embellishments, embossing powders, glitter, adhesives, stickles, and all kinds of stuff. And it all came tumbling down on me. Not on me. Luckily, I was up on the ladder. But it was all on my desk, all at the base of my feet. So this is what it looked like. And that was after I figured out how to get off the ladder. You can see the shelf right here, the long one. It just fell down on my L-shaped desk. It fell down on there. I did have a couple things that ended up broken. This was another angle. And then this was where the shelves used to be. These 2 shelves didn't fall, but the stuff that was on them fell. Anyway, and then this was the picture. So I called my niece. I was like, help. And she couldn't come over until that night. So I spent all day picking up little beads and buttons and all kinds of stuff. But you can see in this picture how all those photo boxes, they came open and all the stuff fell out of them, and ribbon and just everything. Anyway, so that was quite the day. Now, I don't have to make this a belly band, but if I just glue it at the top and the bottom, then I have the option of using it as a belly band. So for starters, I do think I want this, but I want to know, let's see, how tall, 10 inches. So I want to cut this down to 10 inches. And yes, I am going to measure it because I don't want to take a chance. I'm going to cut this blue side off. Not that it really matters, but I'm just cutting off 2 inches. Because it was already... Oh, that's pretty. Looky there. Well, that worked out. Because I wanted the yellow on here. And I'm just going to... I almost said tie. I'm going to glue it on the top and the bottom. And then, oh, I probably should have glued, yeah, I probably really should have glued my pictures on before I glued my, yep, that's what I intended to do, but that is not what happened. So I'm going to have to be very careful as to where I put my glue. I meant to glue the pictures down to this before. So I'm going to have to just be really careful because I don't want to glue the belly band shut. Or if I do, I guess that's okay too. Now, if I do that route, then I can just use this small pocket and put the day and date over here. I was going to put it over here. And I thought I had 3 pictures that were going horizontally. And that was going to work. But since one of them isn't horizontal, that's not going to... See, if they were horizontal, I could bring them down here and then put Thursday the 25th up here. That was my plan. But we know how plans work. So I have this smaller tag, and I also have a larger tag. I had it, oh, right here. like I could have a full-size tag and a different colored pocket. This paper actually matches that paper, so I thought about doing that, but then it hides my day and date. So I'm debating. I also have this and this. I can leave this little picture off. It's not gonna hurt my feelings too bad, or I can put it on a tag in the belly band, or on another tag behind here. I also have where I was listing my Etsy stuff. It doesn't really match the page. I could use this orange. It kind of blends in with the page a little bit more. And I could put it up here in the top corner. I could put it on a tag. I'm going to finish cutting it out. But what I thought about was putting the picture of the room put back together on this tag. Because that night my niece came over and she helped me get up the rest of the stuff, and my husband rehung the shelves, doing it a little bit differently this time. And I think I left my scissors in the other room. Hold on, I'm going to pause you for just a second. Oop, after I bump you. Okay. I unpaused you, then paused you right back. So, just in case I want to use this orange one, the only difference is blue is the Etsy seller app color. Orange is the Etsy shopping app color. So really I would use the blue one, but I meant to print off a smaller blue one and I didn't, so it's not a huge deal. I just need to decide if I'm going to use this or if I'm going to use this. But I think if I'm going to have the day and date over here, then I want the shorter tag. And then that fits on there. Now, I could use this kind of sage green paper. I have this one. I like this pocket better. It has a piece of washi across the bottom. I could back these, and then they would blend, you know, they would stick out a little bit more. I don't have, oh, I already glued that down though. I forgot about that. Okay. If I have a thing in there, then they will stick out a little bit more. They won't be on that real dark background. Okay, that works. I'll save that for that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down here at the bottom and then put the glue. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of my glue papers and I'm going to put it underneath the belly band now that the belly band's good and dry. And then that way, if I get glue, it won't glue to my paper. It'll just glue to the... So I think that one will go there, that one will go there, and then this one, I'm going to put this one at the bottom and this one at the top. Okay, so I can space them out evenly, so I might start with the middle, since I'm going to put... Yeah, because I don't think... Can I fit all this over here? And then I do have the option of using the big tag over here. Even though I really don't need that teal ribbon right there. I like that ribbon better on this page. So maybe I won't do that. I'll do that. And let's glue... let's just glue these on. I'm going to start with the center and kind of center it. Center and center. And let's see if we can get this thing glued on here. Using my art glitter glue because that's easier than... I think that looks centered, right? There's no wiggle room with the art glitter glue. Let me stand up and see if I can tell the difference. Yeah, I probably could have bumped that one down a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. And then the bottom one right about here. So, like that. I think. And then up here, That looks about right. So start the line about right there. Go up. I'd rather have too little glue than too much glue. Okay. Those are on. That decision has been made. So now, I guess that made this decision. So I'm going to glue this on. And then let me tuck that over. It's just my washi hanging out. And put this right down here. I do like this coffee dyed paper. I don't use it a lot. I like that vintage look in a journal, but not my everyday journal. I think we've talked about this before. I love color too much to just do vintage all the time. Although I love the look of vintage. Okay, so this and this are going up. So I'm not going to make the belly band here and here. So I can save those for another day. Put that little piece of paper up there somewhere. It did storm here. And I thought about putting that here. That's the first rain we've had in a very long time. It's been a really long time. So I like that piece of paper there. That's the finished wall. If I didn't hold that up a minute ago. So it's all nice and neat and orderly. Now I have another picture that's my front room where I still have baskets and stuff in there that I haven't put everything back away. Because I was just grabbing all the loose stuff. Because we had to actually move the table out for him to get the ladder in here. We had to move this whole left side of the table. So everything had to come off. Everything that got dumped out of the buckets. Anyway. So we think that we got it all. Let's glue this to here. I'm going to leave it in the pocket and glue it. So that it makes sure that I make sure that it stays where we can see it. I don't put it down too far. Because this, other than I had an appointment, was my entire day. I don't know if I like that there. I'm thinking, I'm debating. Let me put these here. I'm debating on whether I want washi on the sides of that those pockets. I think I do. And I think I know which one I want too. I have a thin gold. Stick. It doesn't want to stick to that paper. Doesn't want to stick to the coffee dyed paper. That's weird. It wanted to stick to my finger though, because my finger had glue on it. Thursday. Yeah, I might have to actually reinforce that with art glitter glue. It is not wanting to stay down today. I don't know if it's just the texture of that paper or what. Now that one I kind of wish I had backed on that green paper. I may have to outline it in black or something like that, or something bright. I don't really want to do that. Maybe I have a gold. Let's try it. Let's try it on a scratch piece of paper. Not that one. Something a hair bigger. Okay. Just one piece, not a whole bunch. Okay. Not the same gold as that, but it might work. So it might not show up either. Yeah, it's not really showing up. But that's okay. It may have helped a little bit. I could go on the journal card a little bit more. I went more on the picture. And then I could come back with a black liner and do it. But I think that helped a little bit. I don't know what it looks like on the camera, but you can barely see it in person. Yeah, that is not sticking to that. I do not know why. That is weird. Well, but it'll stick now. Huh. Doesn't like the texture of that. It doesn't like that paper for some reason. Art glitter glue sticking fine. So let's do... Oh, I avalanche to my glue. Okay, I could do this. I said I knew which one I wanted. I did the... Okay. I have the bottom in this gold polka dot right here. So I might as well finish it in this little thin. It's very thin. And it's just a gold polka dot. So I might as well finish it in that, right? That wasn't what I was going to originally... That wasn't the one I originally was talking about. But it will certainly work. There we go. Okay. And then I can add this to down here if I want. Or I could... Oh, look. See, I could use these words better. Right here. We cut them off of the peppers yesterday. And I saved it because I thought I might use it. So, I wish I had all better. I wish I had put the picture down a little lower because I could have put better up there. But I can put it right here. Let me see if that's going to stick with this glue. Yeah, it should. It's not having a hard time sticking to the scrapbook paper. It just didn't want to stick to the better. It's all better. If I had all, I'd put all better. There, I got a scrap off my desk. Now, the Etsy thing, and I don't have anything on here. I mean, I could put this big blue thing right here. I could put this green one, this orange one right here. I could put, I had mentioned putting this little tuck in here, or like cut it in half and make it a tuck. And then I could put, that would give me some more journaling space, and I don't really need it. Let's use, I'm kind of tired of using, oh wait, let's use this Be Happy. Because I think we need it to be happy this day. Oh yeah, because I have a couple other things I want to put. I forgot I had an appointment, and I might have to put this one. You can't see the Be Happy. But if I put it right here, you can see the Be Happy. Okay. And so I can put the Stormy down here. I think that's okay. I can put, well, or I could put the Etsy here. I can put the Etsy listing here. I feel like I need something on here. I just don't know if that's it. If I had a little journaling strip and we pretend that's too wide. Where's one of my little, I could put my sunflowers on here. I'm just digging in my box. I've got, these are too little. I need to print some more of these. I have this one that says things to do. It would match. My Never Stop Growing would match. This yellow wouldn't look horrible. My September I haven't even used because it's all school themed, and I didn't do a school theme journal. I do have a big one of those, but I don't want to use that big. I don't want to cut it down either. So let me find my I could put, this one doesn't, this one's kind of, this one has orange. I could put the Etsy right here and then put it on here. Yeah, I like that. I could actually use the Etsy as a pull tab. Yeah, that worked out perfectly. There's no orange on this page, but that's okay. It all blends. And then I'll save that piece of scrap for another day. And then I'll put my appointment on here. And the storm down here. I like this a lot, actually. I'm glad that worked out. So, that right here. And then that'll be my little pull tab. And then you can, that lightens that up to where you can see that. Okay, I like this page a lot. I'm really happy with this page. Oh, let's put the Stormy down here. Even though it doesn't really go with, I mean, we've introduced a little bit of blue. This is one of Brooke's printables, the Stormy. I don't remember which one it's off of. She has several printables, and I don't remember. I have several of her printables, so I don't remember which one it's on. But if you look in her Etsy shop, I bet you can find it. So, I have, let's move that. And I had that somewhere. I do not remember where. Maybe right there, yeah. I was inking a page earlier. So, where are my little, how long have we been going? Okay. Do I have time? I could have put one of my little houses right there. I can go back and play too. And sometimes I will. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm doing good just to get the thing done. Get the page done. So I was looking for my little appointment symbol right here. And I know that I have them because I've seen them for the last couple days. And I don't think I put them in the medical thing. Yeah, here's one. I didn't want that big a one. I'll find a smaller one in a minute. But you get the idea. So, I'm going to move on to the next day. So, that was Craft-a-Lanche day. And I really love how that turned out. I'm very, very happy with this. Okay, so let's flip the page. We have a little flip here. This day, I was packing up my Etsy orders. Took them to the post office. This was, I picked up my Happy Mail from Hope. This was her sweet little note. And let's put the day and date up here for starters. I was trying to make yogurt. Oh, I took the packages to the post office and I picked up, I may just glue that down, I'm not sure. This is another one of Brooke's printables. The ice cream cone. It came with something else, with some National Ice Cream Day or something that was attached to it. And I saved it as a photo instead of a PDF. Well, I have it as a PDF too. But I saved it as a photo, and it lets you hold your finger down on it and isolate the ice cream cone. So if you haven't tried that and you have an iPhone, I don't know about Androids or anything like that. I don't know what their features are like, but with an Apple phone with a lot of pictures like this Instapot, I could hold my thumb down on it and it'll like do this squiggly line and it'll say copy, and you can copy and paste it. And then that way you don't get the background with it. Anyway, I did a video. I had a Walmart grocery delivery. And then, let's see, I was happy with my ice cream. It just had a little bit in it. It was not the whole quart or container or whatever. Anyway, so then I was making yogurt. And then this happened. So, I know you're not supposed to cry over spilt milk, but guess what? I did. So, I had 2 quarts of milk. I do 8 cups. When I make yogurt, I do 8 cups of milk, and I do a half can of condensed milk, and then I put some vanilla and stuff in it. And so, and then you have to pasteurize. You boil it has a boil setting on the Instapot, and it takes like 30 minutes to bring it up, the milk up to a certain temperature. And then you have to take it out and put it in an ice bath to cool it back down to 100 degrees, so that when you put the live yogurt cultures into it, it doesn't kill off the cultures. So I need to glue while I'm talking. I don't know how this, I haven't figured this combination out yet. So I'm not going to glue it, but I know this is going up here. So, anyway, I had, done the boiling. I'd cooled it down. I put all the stuff in it. The sweetened condensed milk is so sticky. And I'd put that in. I put the vanilla. I put all the stuff in it. The yogurt culture, the everything. And I was taking it out of the ice bath, big bowl that I had it in, to put it into back in the Instapot. And it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I was ready to go to bed. And I hit the side of the bowl just enough for it to knock the whole thing out of my hand. And so 2 quarts of milk went all over my kitchen floor. I have carpet in my kitchen. I know that sounds weird, but apparently it was a thing back in the day, because I remember my grandpa, it's thin carpet. It's not like padded carpet. It's just thin carpet. And I'm trying to figure out if and how I'm going to use this flip. I may use it as a tuck. And we may get some paper out and, I don't really want that. I don't have a lot of scraps from this. I could just use that. This is one of the papers I haven't used yet from this pack. So is this one. Or I could liven it up a little bit. Now, I have these birds. I've already cut this, but I'm going to be gluing all over it, and I don't want to waste the bird paper, if you know what I mean. I have this green plaid, which makes a great tag. And that would look good with, I've got a lot of colors, but I don't want my background to be super colorful. I don't think. Right? Well, I don't even have any super colorful papers out to use. I have this one that has some teal in it, and it has some gold. No, I'm not into the, yeah. Okay, and then I have this very dark paper. Let's see. Oh, wait, or I have, this is already cut down, and that would bring in some of the blues and golds and stuff like that. I like that. Okay, perfect. And it's already cut. I think this is the upright, but it's already the right height. I'm going to be cutting off that flower anyway. I think I can do this, and nobody will ever be the wiser that it was supposed to be upright. And that way I don't waste any paper. So if I cut it to here, like right there, I think that will work. And then I can glue all my post office stuff down. Anyway, so my husband yells in. I'm in the kitchen. He's in the living room. And he yells in and he says, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." And so he comes in there and I'm just standing in this sea of sticky milk. And it's got little yogurt blobs in it from the yogurt culture. And it's, I mean, literally from one side of my kitchen to the other. It's all over the counters. It's all over the refrigerator. It's all over the dishwasher, the stove. You know, my appliance. I mean, just everything. My island. And I have a basket sitting on the bottom. My island has wood planks on it. I built it. My daughter and I built it. So it has wood planks, so stuff goes through it. And then underneath it, I have like a basket that has dish towels and hot pads and stuff like that in it. And it's a cute little basket. Anyway, I have to take all that out and wash it because it got all down in there. So I think I'm going to run a thing of washi right here. Just to make that a little firmer, stronger. Oh, I lost my ice cream. Here's my paper. Okay. Let me put that in like that. And you kind of can tell it sideways, but just don't tell anybody, okay? So let's bring in a little bit of the teal. I don't really want a real wide one, but this one might be pretty. This is just kind of blue and gold, and it's thin. Or I could do something that really blends, but I think I'm gonna like this one. Because I think it's gonna introduce some of this blue, or it's gonna match some of this blue, or not. I mean, it's kind of blue. It doesn't really. It's not the same color blue that's in here, but I like it though, and it just reinforces that that paper right there. And it kind of gives you a delineation, you know. Yeah, you know. So. Alright, so I already glued that down. I have this. So we're going to put this on here. This on here. And, well, let's turn that right side up. And this on here. And I think it all will fit. Yeah, let's glue all that on there. And then yeah, I think I like this. Okay. I know that's not straight. I kind of wanted it angled a little bit, I think, because I'm going to put that like right here. And then I want the packages like right here. Okay. All the way up, well, as far up to the edge as I can. And then the packages kind of like this. And so I went and then I picked up my Happy Mail at the post office, or at my P.O. box. And if y'all ever want to send me anything, I have my P.O. box listed in the description, by the way. I mean, don't feel like you have to, because you don't. I don't necessarily need anything. Just people ask me, and so I started putting it in the description. Okay, so we have that. I can put a little piece of paper here, or some kind of writing spot, maybe. I mean, I have the whole back, but it was just kind of making me wonder if I should have maybe put, well, that matches that. I could put that there. let's see what else ends up going on this page. Okay, so so I have the ice cream. Like the day was going great. I can cut this out. I printed it pretty small so it wouldn't be too obvious that I had finished the, I think it was a quart of ice cream. I did not sit down and eat the entire quart. I had used it. I was going to make a cobbler, and so I got ice cream, and there we go. Well, that looks funny now. Here we go. Now we can, I'll put it like that. So that's going to go up there. Either that, or I'll put this here. That can go there. Because that's where, and then I picked up my Happy Mail. I was going to use something out of the Happy Mail. Let's see. I think most of it I'm going to use in October, but she did give me this. Iron sharpens, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. And that can go in here like that. Or I have these tags that I could put, I think they'll fit in there. Or I have some washi. Let me see what washi works. Because what I was thinking is, I still will probably put this on here. Because I needed, by this time, I needed prayer. I needed a friend. And I needed a lot of things. I should have waited and put her washi right here. I didn't even think about that. And then, yeah, because see, we have the green. I mean, I could go over that with the green. I kind of like that, though. Now what to do? I always like to try to use something out of the Happy Mail. I could glue this right here. And then put, like, the little strips of washi around the top. Like it was just stuck on with washi. Like we didn't glue it. Ooh, I didn't repin. Ow, stuck my finger with that pen. That pen's sharp. That hooked. Okay, let's glue this down. Because I do like that here. Although if I put this in here, it's going to hide that. But I think that's okay. Because I still think I'm going to need this to go here. Because I filmed that after I got home from the post office. So all of that kind of goes, you know, on the same, along the same theme. I can still put this here. I want her note in here. Oh, I was going to put the washi. There is a yellow washi too. I'm wondering if the yellow, no, I kind of like this green. I just want to put little pieces like it's just stuck on there. You know what I mean? Like that. There. Cute. Very cute, very cute. Oh, I could have used that kind of burnt. I could, well, never mind. I could do a lot of things. There's a lot of things I could do. Okay, I'm going to tuck this behind here. This is her little note. And this may be a flip over here. I'm not sure. Let me recap this while I'm designing this side now. And then I gotta hurry. Well, gotta hurry, but I need to hurry. Actually, this is not going to take that long at all, because that's going to go just like that. It fits perfectly. Half gallon of milk, y'all. Half gallon of milk. and it was a mess. And I had just got, luckily I got 2 gallons of milk delivered. And I had my ice cream like that and like that. And then my writing spots will be all back here. Okay, let's do it to it. Works for me. I often wonder if I should ink some of these book pages. Because sometimes things get lost. They're not as colorful, maybe, as they could be. I mean, the stuff that I'm adding has color. But the one I did the other day was kind of, it just blended in, I thought, a little bit. But, and I'm going to overlap that number just a hair. Like I said, and then I can even write right there. That is going to go, needless to say, it did not make it to the Instapot. I had to redo it the next day. Let me slide this back here, like right there. Before that sticks, I want to see if I want to put, and it might be too late. I can tip this in right here. But what I was thinking is, oh, I know what I was thinking. If I wanted to put, before that dries, if I wanted to put one of my, what color would I want? This yellow maybe? A little journaling spot right here. And then I would have to maybe put that down like that. Yeah, that still would work. So let me glue this down. I think the yellow works on there. And then it kind of breaks up the page, the words on the page a little bit more. I want it right under, right there. Oh. There we go. And then that can get glued down there. And I'm getting quiet because somebody's knocking on my front door. I'm hoping it's just Amazon. Trying to see what they're wanting. Anyway, and then I'm going to put her crying right here. I'm not going to get up and answer the door. Anybody we know comes to the back door. Other than Amazon. Or somebody just off the street. So. Okay. I have. Ta-da! I like it. I like my new little box too. That really came in handy. I think I'm going to reinforce the sides. Maybe decorate it. Maybe not. Maybe just put some tape on the sides. I may stick this in right here. I might... Oh, I don't think I did that straight. I might save this. I have her note. And I have some of the washi that she gave me. I might save this for another day. Because I really love that. I love that scripture. And I'm not sure. Let me think about that. So it goes over here with these other two little things I'm thinking about. But anyway, I think we're done. Well, actually, we did that in pretty good time. I have time to make a pull tab. Oh, I don't have a die cut on here. Oh no, I don't have a die cut on here either. Oh dear, dear. Sorry, I think I just hit you in the face. Whatever will we do? Okay, well it's fall, so I can actually officially use some of my leaves now that I found in the fall. Could use this label. Well, I said I needed a pull. That's not the right color. Gonna need something gold for this side. What about, I see something. Where are you? What about one of these gold puzzle pieces? Is that kind of random? I think this one probably looks better. No, because it's a label and it looks like it should be a label. Not a pull tab. The puzzle piece, let me see if I have any smaller. Darn it. Can't believe I forgot. And I haven't even used one of these one time. Ay. Haven't used one of these Polaroid frames. That would go here. I was thinking I had some of these lighter yellow. I kind of like that. We were talking about a journaling spot. Where? Right there. I'm thinking that's going to be too long. Yeah. Put it up here, and it'll be, that works. That works. That works for that page. Okay, so let me glue that on. Maybe stop right about here. I'm not worried about the fringes. Okay. Do it a little bit straighter. My little finger where that thing poked me. Okay, so I didn't make much of a pull tab, but it's a die cut and it's there. So let's find one for this page. I knew that looked too easy. That just all went on too easy. This would have been a really cute label. I sure wish I could peel that up. Oh, wait a minute. That at least centers it, sort of, the label. Or should I do the green? The gold, I think. Yeah, this was like I said, I still haven't. Well, now you know what? I still have one more photo. I could zero in on Eeyore here. No, the photo's not wide enough. I trimmed it down too much. We could put Eeyore's photo right here that he didn't survive. He did survive. He's okay. He just got squished. So I could actually reprint it and put that on there like that. Or I could just not worry about it. Or I could glue this down on this label. And I could write the Craft-a-Lanche. I can't peel any more of this up without tearing this paper. So the label, unless I put the label here, which I don't want to do. I want it in the center. It's not going to give me much writing room, but it fulfills the die cut thing, and it can serve a purpose. It can say the Craft-a-Lanche. I wish I hadn't put that there. I could have put it on a tag, you know what I mean? It didn't have to be front and center. But see how it's peeling the paper off. So I think we're going to do that. How did I not think? The die cuts are Allison's challenge of this month. If you don't know that already. I know you're probably tired of hearing me say it. It's her item of the month. Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. And did I tell you this was one of Brooke's printables? I know I did. And the ice cream. So, at Recreations by Brooke. I still may do that. Or not. I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the side over here with my thinking pile. And I think we're done. And I think I almost lost that. How in the world did I almost lose that? Good thing about the Craft-a-Lanche, everything got taken off and dusted. And cleaned and vacuumed. And I've messed it up already again, but it's okay. It's all good. So I'm going to put these up because we don't need those. And yeah. What do you think? I think they turned out pretty good. I was worried I was going to have a hard time because sometimes it's hard to put that many pictures. I might come back and outline those with black, like a black liner. I don't know. Can you see them? How clearly can you see them? In person, they're clear, but they're not defined, I guess would be the right word. I mean, they're not coming up. They're down with art glitter glue. So they're on there. And that's my die for that day. And here's my spilled milk and my fall leaves. I do want to go back on the 22nd and put something that says something about fall. Oh, I finished that page. I put that up here as a top tuck. And because I have this notepad that if you use it in a pocket, you can't see the things. So I wanted a top tuck, and I had cut that like that, so that worked out perfectly. And I put, this was the day I took her to the appointment, my mother-in-law. And then, yeah, this is the day I want to put some, like, fall leaves, and, because, yeah, I have my die cut on this day. But I want to put something that says Happy Fall. So, because I think that was the first day of fall, right? Or was it the 21st? I don't remember. Anyway, I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I think it's 22nd. So I do want to go back and maybe put a piece of paper right here that... And then I have a sticker that says, I love fall or welcome fall. But these are clear stickers, so I'm going to have to put them on something. So anyway. All right. Well, I am done for today, and then I've got to get to make, I know I'm not done with this journal. We have this day that I cleaned carpets, and he cleaned out the boat and all that good stuff. My niece came and helped him in the shed, the boat shed, and I have this day, and then this day. And then I made Wednesday the 31st. Because I decided it was like a leap year. I want an extra day in September. I'm not done with September yet. I needed one more day. So I was joking around with somebody earlier about that. Because I just went ahead and put the day in just like it was supposed to be there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have a fairy tale day or a wrap it up day or something. But anyway, or I'll just take it out. I don't need it. But anyways, yeah, so that's a wrap for today. And I appreciate you being here. And I don't know if I'll do another journal with me in this one or not. But it has been fun to work in. I have enjoyed it. I love all my stuff. And I appreciate you being here. And hopefully my next video will be making my October journal. I wish I could tell you I had it all together, but I don't. But I'm going to get it together really quick. So All right, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.